In recent months, Europe has found itself at the center of a silent war, a war without bombs, tanks, or drones, yet capable of paralyzing entire nations in seconds. It's the new cyber war, and it's transforming Europe into the most digitally vulnerable region on the planet. According to recent EU security reports, European countries are now facing up to 300 cyber attacks per day. Most of them traced back to state-backed groups linked to Russia, China, and even non-state actors operating from the Middle East and North Africa. At first, these attacks targeted minor systems, small companies, private servers, or data leaks from hospitals and universities. But now, the battlefield has escalated dramatically. Critical infrastructure like energy grids, water supplies, airports, and government databases are being systematically probed and sometimes successfully breached. One example stands out. In Poland, several attacks earlier this year temporarily disabled parts of the railway control systems. In Germany, the Federal Office for Information Security confirmed repeated attempts to infiltrate defense contractors. And in France, cyber units detected coordinated phishing campaigns aimed at government officials just weeks before the European Parliament elections. Why Europe? Europe's digital landscape is uniquely fragmented. Unlike the United States, where cybersecurity standards are largely unified, Europe operates through 27 different national systems, each with its own laws, defense protocols, and vulnerabilities. This patchwork structure makes Europe a perfect target for coordinated cyber warfare, experts say. The continent has become the testing ground for global cyber powers. Russia's strategy appears to focus on disruption, causing chaos, confusion, and fear. China, on the other hand, plays the long game, targeting industrial secrets, technology blueprints, and economic intelligence. Meanwhile, Western intelligence agencies quietly admit that Europe is far behind in cyber resilience compared to the US or even Japan. The hybrid warfare doctrine. The rise of cyber attacks isn't happening in isolation. It is part of a broader hybrid warfare strategy where digital operations complement real-world military or political objectives. Take the ongoing conflict in Ukraine as an example. Just hours before the first missiles hit, a massive wave of cyber attacks took down Ukrainian government websites and communication systems. The same playbook is now being tested, not on battlefields, but on the digital networks of NATO members. According to analysts, cyber operations are now considered a fifth domain of warfare, alongside land, sea, air, and space. And in this domain, the front lines are invisible. The economic impact beyond national security. The economic cost is staggering. Cybercrime now costs Europe an estimated 300 billion euros annually, draining resources from businesses, governments, and consumers. Small and medium enterprises, the backbone of the European economy, are the most affected, often without the funds to recover from attacks. Banks are investing billions in defensive technologies, while insurance companies are raising premiums on cyber protection policies. It's a digital arms race, not between soldiers, but between algorithms. China's expanding digital influence. Many experts warn that Europe's increasing reliance on Chinese-made technology, especially in 5G networks and surveillance systems, has created a long-term vulnerability. Beijing has repeatedly denied any involvement in espionage. Yet leaked intelligence suggests that certain hardware components could serve as backdoors for data collection. In countries like Hungary and Serbia, where Chinese infrastructure projects are expanding, cybersecurity experts are raising alarms about potential Trojan technologies hidden within national systems. The intelligence chess game. Western intelligence agencies are now fighting back with their own operations, not only defending networks, but also launching counter-hacks. The UK's National Cyber Force, for instance, has been quietly targeting hostile actors abroad, while France recently established its first cyber defense command. But this digital chessboard is crowded. Every move leaves traces, every hack sparks retaliation. And as private tech giants like Microsoft, Google, and Palantir become deeply embedded in Europe's defense networks, the lines between government and corporation, between civilian and military, are blurring rapidly. The global implications. The cyber war in Europe is no longer just a regional issue. It's the front line of a global struggle for technological dominance between democratic nations and authoritarian regimes. America views the European cyber crisis as a wake-up call. Washington is pushing NATO to create a unified cyber command structure, capable of coordinated responses. Meanwhile, China and Russia are deepening their cooperation on digital sovereignty, seeking to control information flow within their own borders and export those systems abroad. If the 20th century was defined by oil and industry, the 21st will be defined by data and algorithms. Control the data, and you control the future. The next phase, the scary part. Experts believe this is just the beginning. AI-driven cyber attacks powered by machine learning and autonomous malware are emerging. These systems can adapt in real time, identify vulnerabilities faster than any human hacker, and operate without sleep or hesitation. In other words, the war machines of the future may not carry guns, but code. The European Union is now proposing a Cyber Shield initiative, a continent-wide security network that could detect and neutralize threats before they spread. But with geopolitical tensions rising and elections across Europe scheduled next year, many fear that digital manipulation campaigns from deepfakes to data leaks could shake democracies from within.